The Chicago Bears just played in their second preseason game of the year, and I feel like Caleb Williams did exactly what the NFL kind of feared in terms of how good he is getting and how good he can be this season. What I wanted to do specifically to actually break down some of this film. So that's what we're going to do for you guys in this video. Before we really dive in, comment down below a letter grade for Caleb Williams in game 2 and maybe a stat line prediction for game 3 of what do you think he's going to do. We did hear Ben Johnson say the starters are going to get some time, as well as maybe a few other players that you would like me to break down. And with that being said, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more Chicago Bear updates. Let's get right into the video. So this first play, they come out in 12 personnel, which essentially means one running back, two tight ends on the football field. You've got Colston Loveland and you got Cole Kmet on the field as well. Now we are going to initially motion, right, Colston Loveland from the right to the left side. Now we're really trying to sell a run fake here to this side. Now you're going to see all these guys, right, kind of power over to this side of the field. We're going to get kind of a crosser here by DJ Moore off the bootleg. For Caleb Williams, we're going to get an inside clear route. We're trying to get these as far away from the outside as possible because we're getting a cross back, little flat here by Colston Loveland. Now this play ends up working out beautifully because once this DB right here reads Cole Kmet as he's going to block, he kind of over commits to that run, and once that happens, Colston Loveland has all of this speed and the separation ability in the world to get up the field and get 8 yards on this play. These are the ones that I love to see, and there's going to be a lot of plays we see in this video that you guys are going to absolutely love. But not only Caleb Williams, some of these wide receivers, some of these guys here. I mean, we made a Luther Burden video yesterday. Make sure you guys go check that out. Let's dive into the next play. Another really good play. I'm not sure if he checked into this or not, but what we're going to have is kind of go balls to the outside, right? We want to release the outside of these corners because, right, we want to create enough space for the middle of the field. Now, what do I mean by that? As this safety starts to drop back into his zone coverage, we're going to read pretty quickly here that this looks like a Tampa 2. We probably have a soft cloud here, which are able to drop back pretty far. You got your hook curl, you got your mid read over the middle, I think, right? And then you got your halves. Now, these guys are playing so close to the outside of the hashes that our route concept here is basically a seam route, a outside release go ball, right? Outside release go ball. And then this route is kind of like a slow pace route here up the seam as well, right? So as this happens, right, Caleb Williams, right, beautiful, fires a dart, a laser. I mean, this is perfect. He reads the coverage absolutely perfectly. Once he sees Damar Hamlin, this right side safety, kind of gravitate to this side of the field, we know we've got that seam. All we got to do is allow our guy to get past 44 here, and boom, right here is when the ball should be coming out, and he does it perfectly. Watch how he leads him to the inside of the hashes instead of outside. Again, that is just great placement of the football. His guy picks up, 26, 27 yards on this play. These are the ones I love. Let's see. What is the offensive line in? They are in a 5-man scat. Actually, yeah. The offensive line is in a 5-man scat, which essentially means they have a slide side and they have a man side. Now, they're manning to the left and they're sliding to the right. Pretty much a default, pretty much a standard offensive line kind of coverage here. But again, beautiful job. I thought Caleb Williams looked amazing. So now what's interesting about this play really quickly though is the linebacker, if he was in a mid-read, he would actually be responsible for turning around completely and just chasing this guy up the seam. That would pretty much be his job. He kind of doesn't. So tells me a little bit that maybe he wasn't in a mid-read. I'm not really too sure at all, but I don't think he exactly did his job well if he was. All right, here's another really fun play. So we're going to get a basic stop route here. Now we want to break this to the outside, but what we're going to notice very, very quickly here is we have one-on-one coverage, but watch the DB. As we snap the ball, you see how he opens up his hips to the inside of the field? Well, when that happens, we know we have leverage. This guy's got to completely flip around to go get this quick stop route if we throw it correctly. And again, he reads it pretty much right away, drops back, 1-2 step drop, ball comes out, leads him to the outside. DJ Moore comes back, gets it, and and then, you know, picks up a nice little 5-6 yard play, 6-yard pickup on this play. I thought it was a good release here. I thought it was really good accuracy, ball placement by Caleb Williams to that outside shoulder. Have him come back a little bit because that DB was opened up his hips to the inside, not the outside. We had that all day long. So I thought that was a really good rep there by Caleb. All right, another really fun play right here to Colston Loveland. Before we dive into this one, do me a big favor, guys. Hit the like button if you haven't already done so yet. But most importantly, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. It is completely free, doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Chicago Bears throughout the entirety of this year's preseason and regular season. Not only are we going to be covering the offense, but we're going to be covering the defense as well. And on top of all that, we're going to be covering some individual player film. Make sure you guys are joining the family. Again, it doesn't cost anything, and turn on your post notifications. That way you're notified when we do post a video. Okay, with that being said, let's dive into this play. So we're going to get a quick stop route over the middle here by Zaccheaus. We're going to get an inside go ball by DJ Moore. We're going to get like a flat into a wheel route kind of. We're going to get a swing by your running back, and then we're going to get a crossing route here by Loveland. Now this play ends up working out really well. We were trying to get this safety out of the play with this go ball right here, and if that does happen, this could be open if we get leverage to the side. Okay, so let me actually my screen here for a second. All right, as we drop back in the pocket, we're going to see this kind of play out perfectly. As we drop back, we're scanning to the right. We're looking for Zaccheaus to actually jump up on it, and because we're looking right at Zaccheaus, it tells these linebackers, right, and their jobs are to specifically read the eyes of the quarterback, right? So essentially, they bite up just a little bit because they think this is where the ball is going. Their job, but that allows Colston Loveland to get behind the defense. Okay, now this safety does not bite on this go ball at all, but he is playing very off, very deep, which is a good sign. So as we drop back, these linebackers bite up, and then boom, great ball to Loveland. I did mention in another video that this was slightly high, but when you look at it from this angle instead of the TV broadcast, you see here he is throwing over these linebackers, so it has to be a high point, and he does it perfectly. Great job by Caleb Williams. Once again, the accuracy is beautiful. I have not seen this Caleb Williams since some of his college days, right? It just wasn't here last year, and a lot of that came down to the offensive scheme. But man, you could tell Caleb Williams with Ben Johnson, with these weapons here, it seems a little bit different. I feel like there's a more comfortability in the offense, and I feel like there's more of an understanding of the strategy overall. But man, this is a throw. Great job to initially manipulate these linebackers, looking over the middle, looking at your stop route, getting these guys to bite up, and then finding your guy behind him. Beautiful job. Again, all right, another really, really good play here. So we're going to get an inside release right here, but we're going to notice that this goes really diagonal here, and we're going to get a late inside release. We're allowing our guy Rome Odunze to get out early, and we're going to start around him and pretty much run the same route. But because we start off at an angle, we're going to get our man guy to kind of overcommit to this, which is weird, right? Don't want to do this too often if you're a DB. That is exactly what happened. So again, look at this play. We're going to allow Rome to get out early. Boom. Look at this guy commit downhill. Great route by Zaccheaus. Boom. Look at him. Gone. Ball's already out. Look at the throw with anticipation here. Ball is out now. Ball is out already. That is a beautiful job here by Caleb Williams. The ball is right where it needs to be. And now, this guy has no idea the ball is even out. This is the only guy that can really do anything because we're getting up the field. Right, and we can probably break this to the inside as well. Don't really matter at this point. You just have to make one guy miss, and that's exactly what he does. Great job. I think Zaccheaus is going to be huge for this football team. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Luther Burden will play a lot this year, but Zaccheaus is one of those underrated guys that is going to not only be a contributor, but it could be an X factor when he's in the game, man. This dude's explosive. He was great for the Commanders last year. Get him the football early and watch him work in space. Another quick play I want to break down, and the only thing I want to look at here, guys, let me move my screen once again. The only thing we need to look at here right now is look at the inside leverage by the DB, right? He's about a step or two inside, and we're running an out, okay? So obviously we're going to get a clear out right here. right? Some sort of clear out, get that DB out of the play. We have a one high safety look to the right side, which means we have one-on-one coverage, okay? We love this. Especially if we have in or outside leverage on an out. Oh, yeah. Eyes open up. We know that's where we're going with football. Right? So, as we come out, we're looking right at it. Caleb Williams is basically staring it down because he knows he's got one-on-one. This DB turns his back away from the quarterback, which tells us this is man coverage. And boom, ball is already coming out before he even breaks on the route completely. The ball is already out right where it needs to be and gives him enough space to come down, get both feet and downs. That's a perfect throw. And these out routes are probably one of the most scary throws to make in football, because if you underthrow it or it's slightly behind him, it's pick six, and it doesn't matter. It's a pick six every single time if it's an underthrown ball. But right there, again, Caleb Williams, perfect placement of this football. Great velocity. Man, Caleb Williams is getting good, man. He's getting really good. Bears fans, get excited, man. Now, I am going to hop out here. I'm going to end the video here. Let me know what you guys think. If you want a part 2, let me know. Like I said, we did a Luther Burden video. If you want a Colson Loveland video, let me know. If you want Austin Booker video, Ozzie Trapilla, whatever you want, let me know in the comments. We'll try to get that video out even maybe tomorrow. I mean, you guys have been killing these videos for the Bears. So, hey, Bears fans, expect a lot of videos. If you continue to love them, I'm going to post them. So, hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.